Whoa. What it do? What it do? What it do? What is that on my screen? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Man, we already start out with some BS, boy. Y'all already know what this thing is. We got to do the audio check, see what the hell's going on. Make sure that we got our sound. Y'all let me know how I am sounding there in the chat room, please and thank you. All right, looks like that's working. Okay. I can hear myself. I see you, Lorenzo. Yeah, man. You know what? I don't think that this show is going to be that bad tonight. I don't think we're going to have that many problems with tonight's show. I think that things are going to go off without a hitch. I am looking forward to it. All right, let me see. Let me make sure that this is good. All right, so we're going to do that. All right, so it looks like we got a full room tonight. Y'all, you see your boys wearing orange, and the reason for that is this. I know I've been rocking pink all week, and in fact, before we go any further, let me I got this thing like when people ask me, do you want the good news or the bad news? I always say, let me get the bad news first, and the reason for that is this. You give me the bad news first, and then you follow with the good news. It kind of cheers you up, right? And sometimes you got to get the real out the way so that way you can get an understanding and get perspective. So with that, I've been wearing pink all month, and I'm not really a big person, as when it comes to like performative acts and things like that. However, breast cancer is something that is near and dear to me. There's a couple people that I care about that are in different stages of breast cancer, and it affects you, but there's also a couple people that I do care about that are survivors. So I just want to, take some time to say, ladies and dudes, because one of my homeboys, he's like, hey, you might want to get dudes, dudes can get it too. No, it's not an orange Gatorade. It's fruit punch. But no, ladies and gentlemen, please. Make sure you get yourself checked out, and not just breast cancer as well. I mean, fellas, we may have to have that uncomfortable visit to the doctor, but if you're over 40, 45, whatever the age is, go get yourself checked out as well. I'm always here talking about mental health, but I want us to talk about our physical health as well. We've been dealing with the coronavirus and, things like that. So when it comes to your health, you ain't got but one life to live. Make the most of it. Take care of yourself. Take all those preventive measures that you can, and definitely take care of yourself. Also, condolences to my second family. Y'all know who you are. I wasn't able to come through this weekend, unfortunately, but y'all definitely know that y'all are in my prayers. So just want to say that to y'all. All right. Now, with that out the way, let's get into it. But before we do, y'all already know that your boy got a little bit of a potty mouth. We are going to be talking about some adult stuff, some adult shit, feces, dung, scat, all of that stuff, right? So before we go any further, I definitely want y'all to know that, hey, this is an adult show. If you're over 18 or if you are easily offended, this may not be the broadcast or the show for you. So I just want to make sure we get that out the way loud and clear. And just so that y'all already know. Last thing, this is not a dating show. Your boy doesn't say, all right, what you need to do is go do this. I don't do that. But what I do is share with you stuff that I've went through in my life, stuff that people who are close to me have relayed to me that they went through, the counsel that I've given to others, and it's just a matter of experience, me sharing that with y'all, and just maybe giving you a different perspective. So don't think that I'm here to tell you how to fix your relationship, because shit, that's Stevie Wonder telling Ray Charles where to go. You don't want none of that. All right. Now, with that being said and done, y'all see the topic of the show. All right. The topic that we are going to be talking about tonight is trick or treat. And what that means is this. That's why I'm rocking the orange shirt, by the way. And no, the Gatorade itself is not orange, but your boy has got to stay hydrated. It's been one hell of a day. Trick or treat. People do strange things when they get into relationships. And a lot of times what they do is they tend to put on masks, and they aren't who they necessarily really and truly are. So what you have is their representative. And I forgot to do something real quick, y'all. What happens is sooner or later, it never fails. Sooner or later, the real them is going to come to the surface. And like clockwork, the mask is going to be ripped off. And it's going to be like, Jinkies, it was you all along. We kind of saw that this season on Ready to Love, or at least I saw that this season when it comes to with Ready to Love. And for all my Ready to Love fans out there, y'all let me know in the chat, right? There was a cast member by the name of Samson. Handsome man. I want to say he was 48 years old. He was some kind of life coach. I don't have his particulars. If you in the chat, y'all can drop it in there for me. That way I can put it up. I probably should have done that, right? But anyway, so one of the things with Samson was, on paper, he seemed to be that dude. However, I ate a couple Scooby snacks, and then I was like, wait a minute, something just ain't right with this dude. He's too well put together, too perfect. All his lines were just right. He was saying the right thing, giving the right puppy dog eyes, and it was just too much. And I instinctively knew that that's his representative. That's not the real him. That's not who he really is on the inside. And I'm not sure whether he was just putting on for the camera or putting on for the person in front of him. But there were three ladies, two that he had a connection with, and one was his ex. And all three of them said the same thing. And they didn't know each other outside of the show. They all said the same thing. We want you to open up so we can see get to really know you. Because what they were saying was that, hey, we like what we see, but we don't know you, and we want to get to know you. We want to get past the representative. All of us have representatives when it comes to dating. All of us, when we first meet someone, because you cannot on the first date just let everything out. Hey, I am this, and this. I did this and that. And back in college, it was the camera was set. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, right? You can't just let it all fly out there. So you do have to leave some things behind. And then it's up to the person that is pursuing you to, as they say on the show, peel back the layers, right? So Samson went on the show. I wouldn't be surprised that he did that. Would not be surprised that he did that at all. It's one of those things where hold on. Make sure we got that. There we go. So Samson went on the show, went on a panel and said the ones who liked him were smart. Yeah. But before we dig too deep into Red Love, I just wanted to use him as an example. And if we go back through other seasons, and by the way, I am the single one. That's something else too. Just keep that in mind. Going back into the different seasons and seeing certain things. But one of the things that I saw, and it made me think about my previous relationships, was, did I come through with a representative that lingered on? In other words, how long did it take for me to let the guard down, to pull the mask off in order to say, hey, it's your boy, this is me, this is who I am? And if I didn't, why didn't I? And that's one of the questions I want to ask y'all in the audience tonight. Whether you're watching it live, if you are, definitely, drop your comments below. And I also want to know, has someone held on to their representative longer than you wanted them to? In other words, okay, I see you, I want to get to know you, but there's a guard up, there's a barrier up. And then why did you hesitate? Why did you hesitate to drop your barrier? And why did they hesitate? What were the reasons for that? No, it's not tangerine. Damn it, it's orange. Even I would look good in tangerine. Your boy, is this chocolate skin right here? With you drop these colors, it's like shit. Your boy's kind of cute. With the right light, especially when you turn the light off, I am damn near I'm sexy as shit with lights off. Not gonna lie. It's like, man. So one of the reasons why people do use representatives, honestly, is because of insecurity. There's just no other way around it. People are insecure. And for whatever reason, well, there are a couple reasons, and we're going to dig into that a little bit too. Why people are as insecure as they are is it's an unhealthy addiction, not just to social media, but attention in general, right? People are just, whether it's the likes, whether it's the follows, whatever the case may be, people, or just to have eyes on them. And to the point that people will actually damn near destroy their bodies in order for the attention. Oh. Now, women, especially black women, especially thick black women that got that caboose. Turn the lights off so we can see. Oh shit. Ellen, I'm gonna kick you out of the chat, man. Oh shit. She said turn the lights off, bro. We see too much. All you gonna see is eyes and teeth if I turn the lights off. Anyway, so it's going back to what I was saying. It's like there is a lot of insecurity that, in my opinion, drives this. Now, ladies, Snuffleupagus, man, fuck you, man. Anyway, now, ladies, I get it. We hear it all the time. We don't do certain things for y'all. We do it for us. We don't care what y'all men think. We do the hair, the nails, the this, the that for our benefit because we like it. Y'all, if that's true, y'all let me know. Yeah, you're right, Lorenzo. They're coming for me. Now, personally, this young lady right here, I used to have a serious crush on. But I don't know what the hell happened.
See, after all that surgery, you're so ugly. And that is what gets.
Whoa, don't need that. Copyright. What the hell? What the hell is this? Oh shit, where am I? What the hell is this? Oh, there I am. What the hell, y'all? Help me. Can y'all explain this one to me? Because I promise you, coming up, especially when she did that squat thing, fellas in the chat, y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on. That iconic squat pose. I'm sorry, you see your boy starting to get excited. Hold on. I'm just saying. Hold on. I mean, I don't know. Who was it that said that? Genuine? My whole life has changed. When I tell you that squat changed my life. I was a different man. I was a different man after that squat. Sorry. Hold on. Let me bring it back. I don't understand why so many women, not just black women, but just so many women in today's generation, or of this generation, of this age, of all ages, come to think about it, are doing BBLs and whatnot. You have the Kim Kardashians of the world. You have so many people that, God damn it, so many women that do that. And it's like you said, someone said in the chat, it all boils down to insecurity or low self-esteem, a whole bunch of things. And for the life of me, I don't get it. And that's what I really want to talk about tonight, because it's like we are naturally beautiful people. And fellas, y'all help me out on this one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Most men want a natural woman, but for whatever reason, it doesn't work out that way. And, women, and again, I am not going to tell any woman, God damn it, how she can and can't look. It's not my place. It's your body. You can do everything that you want. I am not going to tell anybody how they can and can't look. Keep in mind that there are consequences for that. And that pose right there. Yeah, I had to go find it. That pose right there, y'all, changed my life. I ain't going to lie. Good Lord. Oh, my God. Stop the cab. You're right. Whoo! Hold on. Man. He said she can't squat like that with all that luggage. Wait a minute, Lorenzo. You say they're going to be coming for me? Oh, shit. Kim was beautiful back in the day. Now, you are right, Miss Creative. You are right. You are 100% right. There are a lot of people that are aesthetically challenged. And again, that's why I'm here. If you want to work on changing the aesthetics of your facial region, by all means. However, I kept that up a little too long. My bad. However, you got to understand that there are certain things that men are looking for, and a natural woman is one of them. Don't get me wrong. We'll go with wigs. We'll go with, not wigs. We'll go with nails and all that other stuff. But, let me say this. Speaking of butt. Hey, Kim. It's not just the ladies, though. Don't get it twisted. It is not just the ladies. Because it's not just the ladies that are doing this. So it's not. Yeah.
Do anybody want me?
Let me start that over. I want y'all to see this.
Before that haircut get done and I start acting brand new, do anybody want me? Cause when he done, once he
I
get
ain't gonna lie,
finished,
y'all.
don't nobody got a tan no more. Can't
Y'all
nobody be
close. I don't want
mine.
nobody else to hear this. I might get one of them.
After the
Just
headline,
between
get
me
on
and
there,
you. Just
I don't want
don't
you
tell
no more.
nobody.
So call for
If
you
y'all see your boy with some hair,
now.
I'm just saying. Just saying. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna front. Cause
Hey,
but y'all didn't hear me say
haircut
that
get
though.
done.
Just saying.
and I start acting.
Now, I'm just saying. I think God knew what he was doing. God knows what he's doing. Because I promise you, if your boy had been over 6 feet, like my dad, he's how old? My brother, he's 6'2". I think my dad was 6'3". Me, I'm not even gonna mention my height for copyright purposes. So I'm like, if I was their height and their build and still had my hair like them two fuckers, I mean like them, God help it. Oh, he said get a good umbrella. All I'm saying is this, y'all. There we go. Let's do that. Oh, don't want to do that. All I'm saying is that insecurity does go a long way. The BBLs, you know, the question that you have to ask is what's really real these days, okay? Because we have so many people that are emotionally tricking us. We have people that are, you know, physically tricking us between catfishing. And I spoke about the one time I was catfished way back in the day. It was like last week. But anyway, the last time I was catfished where, you know, it was back in the Black Planet days. And this just, oh my God. But then when I met her in person, it's like, oh my God. So, yeah. Catfishing is still real, even though we have all of these devices that you can damn near see the other person's heartbeat. You're connected to them so tough, right? But then you have mask fishing. Now, y'all let me know if this is if any of these has happened to y'all. In fact, let me drop the link to this chat here. I need to know if y'all have had any of these issues because I know that I've been mask fished before. I've been catfished before. I've been, what's another fish that freaking happened? Goddamn bass. Damn Chilean sea bass. I've had it all happen to me. Man, I got so many notes here, y'all. Between catfishing, ladies, have y'all been hat fished? Now, hatfishing is where the dude comes up, he's got the fitted on, everything's looking right, but then when he takes the hat off, I got more hair than he does, right? So I definitely want to know if that has happened to y'all. And what's the last one? Height fishing, where the dude online is showing that himself. What's a mask fish? Okay, hold on. Let me get this thing going first and foremost, because I want to answer that question, madam. I am going to, if I get this goddamn computer wants to, yeah. I think I'm gonna start a GoFundMe to get a new computer because this is terrible. So the question that was asked, what is mask fishing? During the back when everybody was wearing masks or whatever, right? Back when the bug. Oh, Ellen, I need to hear about that, ma'am. I need to hear about that. So, what is a mask fish? Back in the day. All right, and of course I don't have one laying around. Yeah, I normally keep one laying around, and I damn sure don't have one handy. Anyway, back in the day, a couple years ago, maybe last year, when everybody had a mask on. So this is especially prevalent with y'all ladies, right? Women just have the makeup done to the eyes, and I ain't really a big fan of the big fluttery eyelashes, but when they're done right, it's like, okay, I see you. The hair's all done, and and she's got the happy eyes and she's laughing, but then she puts the mask on. So it's like, okay, man, if everything up to here is looking good, when you take the mask off, it's like, oh, put the mask back. Oh my God. Ooh, did you lose the fight? Jesus. That's being mask fished. Where it's like, how dare you deceive me with your eyes and all of this, and then the rest of that, and the teeth look like she's from Britain. How dare you, madam? That's being mask fished. Okay? It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. It's not nice. It's not right. It's disrespectful, actually. Witchcraft. Let me see. You know what? Like, hey, wigs are cool. I can deal with a wig. Actually, I'm here for a wig. I'm okay with wigs. Got no issue with wigs for the most part. I can deal with a woman wearing a wig. And if I accidentally stumble and I fall and, when I do a roll and I get up and I got me a weave, I'm cool with that. Now, what I don't really like is now they're starting to wear the weave and it's damn near down to their ankles. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. No, can't deal with that. What's a hatfish? Okay. As you can see right now, I have a nice afro going on, right? It's real cool. Of course, I don't have a hat around either because, shit, normally I have a fitted somewhere around. Anyway, so... What, you mask fish people every day? Oh, Miss Creative, that's terrible. How dare you? Okay, so anyway, as you see right now, I got me a nice little afro going on, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the hat on over the afro. Maybe a fitted baseball cap, could be a what's the other kind of hat that Lorenzo, help me out, brother. What's the other hat that we wear? Anyway, one of those hats. And then, of course, you could be wearing a Stetson or a damn sombrero. So, ladies, y'all see the dude. It's like, okay, the hat's looking right. And then when he takes it off, he got nothing but skull. And you can damn near see what he's thinking. That's mask fishing. Because you think he's got a nice head of hair. But when he takes it off, it's like, lordy, what the hell's going on here? That is mask fishing. What do you do every day? First off, no, it's not a bucket hat. It's like, shit. You know what, y'all? It's like in the midst of me doing this show, you got so much stuff that you're thinking about, and it's like, I promise y'all, I'm not unsmart. Hold on, let me get these things set up because I want to hear what y'all have got to say. It's really real, man weave. Fedora! I knew Lorenzo was gonna come through for your boy. Thank you, sir. Damn fedora. Don't get it twisted. Them bucket hats be tricking some of y'all too now. But that's mask fishing. Hold on 1 second. He said the Pookie hat. Wait a minute. What's a Pookie hat? I can honestly say I've never heard that. Okay. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me set this stuff up because I want to hear what y'all have to say to. There we go. I want to hear what y'all got to say. I really do. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Ooh. Okay. Let me get my stuff set up. And then I am going to drop the link. Now, as I always do when it with the I want to hear, I definitely need to see y'all. So if you don't want your video on, just let me know and we will do it discreetly so that the whole world cannot see, but I do need to see. Oh shit. I do need to see y'all. So please, please, please make sure that you have your camera on. Make sure that your audio is connected before we get started. What is it that you do what is it that you do every day, Miss Creative? I need to know. Oh, that's the question right there. That's the question right there. Cheryl, come through with the question, ma'am. That is an excellent question. Whole damn system's starting to slow down now. Yeah, it's time for me to invest in a new computer. These shows are testing my system. Okay, before I get into your question, because that is actually a very damn good question. And I think that all of us, I'm going to speak for y'all. I think all of us, when you're out, when you're looking for love in this crazy era that we live in over the last 10, 15 years or so. Oh, you be tricking people, Miss Creative? Okay. I'm gonna need for you to wear a whole damn mask. I'm gonna need to. You look like one of them rappers. What they call them shits that be covering up the whole head. All right. So if you want to join me via StreamYard, the link is there. If you want to join me via Zoom, the link is there as well. Again, if you don't mind your face being shown, that's cool. If you don't want it shown, just let me know, and then we can do it privately where everyone can hear your voice, but your face will be covered. Just hit one of those links. And again, please make sure that your camera is connected. Please make sure that your camera is connected. Make sure that your audio is connected as well. Okay. All right. Let's do that real quick. Boom. Okay. So Cheryl asked a fantastic question, an excellent question. There we go. The question that she asked is, if you fall for the treat, does that make you a trick? The answer is yes. But let's break that down. What do you mean fall for it? Because if it's being presented to you, right? How can I get even more controversial? Should I get controversial? You know what they say, if you ask a question, you know good and damn well that it's not going to go in your favor, right? Let me get hydrated on this one. If you fall for the treat, there are certain people in our society. There are certain people in our society who go through certain procedures. And even though they were born biologically one way, they are then able to transition into someone else. And very convincingly so. So, there are many men that get caught up in this and because of that, they end up getting caught in the web. Now, is it that they were falling for the treat? Or is it that the treat, a candy bar as it were, was packaged differently? So all I'm saying is, when something is presented to you a certain way, you can only accept it at face value. Now, the question then becomes, once the truth has been revealed, how do you wish to proceed? If you know that, okay, the candy bar, which I'm not a fan of candy bars, but you gave me a candy bar, but that's not what I thought I was purchasing. If that's not my thing, then I'm like, hey, I appreciate the candy bar. That's a king size candy bar. No thanks. I'm going to up and walk out. There's nothing wrong with that. The person that's offering you the candy bar that you didn't ask for because you thought that it was a Reese's cup as opposed to the candy bar, that's different. Now, if you do want the candy bar, you then can't get mad at the person for offering you a candy bar because once they told you that, hey, I'm offering you a candy bar, you then can't get mad at them because you can't have it both ways. So does that make you a trick? To a certain extent, if you were in fact tricked. Because if you thought the treat was a Reese's cup, but in reality it was a candy bar, that's problematic. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, hey, I live in Atlanta. I see that hashtag Ellen and I am not going to say it. I live in Atlanta. There are a lot of candy bar connoisseurs here in Atlanta. To each his own. I am here for people that enjoy chocolate in all shapes and sizes. Okay? So, do you? The one thing that I am not a fan of at all is a person that secretly likes chocolate bars even though they come across like they like the Reese's cup. Be true to what you like. If you like a chocolate bar, step out of the house step out of certain rooms in your house, bedrooms, bathrooms, closets, and go enjoy the chocolate bar. But don't act like you only like the cup when... damn, I dropped that. Let me go down low and pick this up real quick. And pretend like you only like the cup. Now, if you like both, because you like the cup and the bar, cool. Say that. We live in an age where pretty much all appetites are respected. And if you like the cup and the bar, you can take pride in enjoying it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, what were we talking about? Lorenzo said he started the SUV. Oh, man. I'm sorry, I had to laugh at myself on that dumb shit right there. Oh, snap. Let's see. Cheryl says there should be other signs besides looks that should show a red flag. What are those signs? What are those signs? I'm sorry. Did someone just jump into the Zoom and I missed the... Okay, I'm good. No, they're gone. Okay. What other signs are there? No doubt. I'm here for that. Whatever flag you want to, or rainbows and unicorns and, hey, in fact, Lorenzo, my man, what is October? October is National Kink Month. Y'all, I'm here for everybody's kink. As long as you got 2 or more consenting adults doing what they do, man, run it. Again, we live in an era where love comes in all shapes, sizes, and numbers. So if you want to be ace, bi, try anything. Try you, multi, poly, all of that good stuff. What's a couple other ones? Demi. I mean, there's so many of those. It's a lot of books in the library, and whatever shelf you want to pull from, have at it. Just be careful. Just make sure there's consent. Just make sure that, you don't turn a page that you weren't invited to turn. Outside of that, man, love is love. Run it. Run it. Okay. I have dropped the links to the chat. The StreamYard link, which is right here, is right there in the chat. And I'm going to drop the Zoom link one more again. Oh, wait a minute, Ellen, that's too much information. Let me go. Jesus, God. Hey, you know what? Not a fan of that. Feels uncomfortable. But hey, you like it, I love it, I guess. But not my thing. No, thank you. I'll pass. It's like, madam. How could you? Let's see. Man, there's so much stuff going on that I gotta work with. Let's see. Let's see. All right. It's October. Let me go back up through these chats or whatever, right? All right, let's see. Ellen said, baby, did I pronounce it right? Let me know. That head was hidden. She's talking about her hat fishing incident. Oh yeah, that's what I want to know. Y'all, I dropped the link to both StreamYard and also to Zoom. So just click either one of those links. Y'all, please make sure that your audio is connected. If you want your camera to be shown, just let me know. If you don't want it shown, just let me know, and then we can do a private, session where everyone can hear your voice as you and I converse. However you want to do it. Read the other one first. Okay, hold on. Damn, chapter 1. All right. Hold on. Ellen V says, chapter 1. First off, it was a blind date. Frowny face. But the hat matched his fit right, so I didn't say anything. I don't know why we said it twice. We hung out another day, and I guess at some point he got comfortable and took the hat off. Baby, that head was hidden, and he looked funny without it. But then I learned he had a scar he didn't like and wore hats to hide it, and I kind of felt bad, but he still had a big-ass head. God damn. Oh, shit. Oh, boy, I tell you what, boy, y'all women are brutal. Y'all are absolutely brutal. But I do... Shit. She said he had a big ass. As a fella, large craniumed fella, that it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, but I understand. You know what's funny, though? But what you said right there, he had a scar that he didn't like. Insecurity is a hell of a thing. Ellen, did he say when he got the scar? And also, how old was he when you saw him? So in other words, did he get the scar when he was 5? And then when the hat fishing incident, or when he explained it to you, he was 25. So in other words, he was dealing with that, what was the period of time? She said she made that up. She's stupid. So I'm really curious about that. And the reason why I want to ask is this. Insecurities go a long way, right? And this is why I always talk about therapy. Because again, whether the hat is a physical manifestation of your insecurities, or you just, a BBL, or there's certain people that may cover up wear their hair a certain way in order to cover up a scar or cover up the fact that they got a big ass forehead, that kind of thing. Insecurities, we all have them. We have emotional insecurities where, what's it called? Bulimia or whatever, where someone thinks that he was an adult. This was maybe 12 years ago. He got into a fight and was cut. So I hope he won the fight. It's bad you get your ass whooped and walk out with a scar. But we all have insecurities. And in trying to hide the part of his body that he was insecure about, he actually made the situation that much worse. Because what he did was he took away from you, Ellen, the opportunity for you to be like, you know what? Let me see you for who you really are. And that goes back to what I was talking about with the representatives. It's like we all have them. However, if you're able to drop your representative, if you're able to look past your insecurities and just say, hey, yo, this is me, man. Because at the end of the day, who you are, unless if y'all went to took it to, what's that place on the map? Pound Town? Yeah. If y'all go there, he's gonna hopefully take the hat off. Now I will say this. Let me say this. I will not take off my socks. I said it. I will not take them off. It has to be a very, 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 we have to be close before I take my socks off. I am by law not allowed to take them off because they are just illegal, but I cannot take my socks off. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Turn your camera on and unmute yourself, please, ma'am. Do you want to be seen or no? I can't hear you anyway. Connect your audio for me, okay? Cheryl, please connect your audio. All right, while you get that set up, by law, I'm just saying, because the way my toes are set up, man, you think gang signs are aggressive. So yes. Hello, madam. I can see you, but I cannot hear you. First of all, how you gonna come on my show and tell me to wait? That's rude. That's just rude. Oh. God. She said, wait. Oh, what the hell just happened? Oh, there we go. All right. Let's see. Cheryl says, most black men are not trying to be kinky. Oh, wait a minute now. I'm going to push back on that. But let me go. In fact, let me back up a little bit. My toes are shy. Man, my toes are just... Okay, I can hear you now. Okay, I heard you. It's funny. It's kink month in Future's baby mama said she tossed his salad. That's not really a kink, though. The tossing of salad, it doesn't matter whether it's, House or Caesar. And I do like a good Caesar salad, right? With the fresh Parmesan. Oh, my God, that shit. And, delicious. Anyway. Yeah, in fact, what's y'all's? Okay. Tossing of salads is not really a kink. That's more of a... Okay. I can hear you. Seems to be a little bit of a lag, though, but I can hear you. No, it's all good. She said my toes are shy. Kink, that's not really a kink. Let's see. Cheryl says, most black men are not trying to be kinky. That's a damn lie. What are some suggestions to get them to do something outside the box? We trying to get in the box. And something you both agree with. Shit. All right. We'll talk about that. All right. Do you want your camera on or do you want to be seen or no? All right. Let me turn on the camera. Hold on one second. Make sure the world can see you. Oh, Huh? I'm sorry. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Did you just threaten me? Did you just threaten me? How? What up, G Dubs? I was just threatened on my own show. Do you see? Y'all see that person right there on the screen? I'm sorry. What's going on? You're not. All right. Oh shit, but they can't hear you though. Whoa, that's not good. Let me make sure I got your audio set up. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I can't believe you just threatened me. That was just, it was something. Say something for me. All right, that didn't work. Hold on 1 second. Let me try this again. All right, let's try it again. Say something.
Hello.
Hold on. I think I got it.
Say something. Hello.
There we go. What up, G Dubs? Thank you for joining the conversation. Cheryl, thank you for joining the conversation. And tonight we are talking about trick or treat. Now, we were just discussing chocolate, but what do you have to add to the conversation?
What do I have to add to the comment? You talking to me, right? Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking to you, Cheryl. Yes, ma'am. After,
yeah,
wait a
so
minute.
I
Whoa.
Sorry.
I just did a brilliant lead in. I just
yes,
tied
I
it
know
all
I messed
together,
that all up.
and you fumbled the ball. Oh, let's try it again.
But
Cheryl,
it was
thank
a
you for joining the
recover.
conversation
I can do
tonight.
a good recover. So, yes,
talk to
I
me.
asked, like most, I think just from experience, I'm closer to my 50s. And I think Black men, around my age group, they're not trying to be kinky, even though that might be needed in order to kind of spice it up at that point, maybe in their lives. They're not really open to funny shit. They're not open to, like, you know what I'm saying? They're not like, oh yeah, let's climb on board. It's more so the woman has to kind of pull him out of that shell. So I was looking for what suggestions do you have or your audience may have to kind of pull men out of that shell to be like, yeah, it's okay to try something different every now and again. Like aerial yoga. Like, I like yoga. That might be weird for him to, but I mean, for me, it's, it may be, your love language. And that may not be their love language. So it's like, how do you coincide those two?
Okay. A couple questions. First of all, what the hell is aerial yoga? Is that what is that like you doing downward dog?
Really flexible. Where you're really flexible. Really, really, really flexible. And it's good, as you get older, you should be flexible. But it's just a different kind of where they have the drapery hanging down and you're just kind of climbing up with the drapery. You can wrap it around your arms, your legs, your body.
Well, and you want dudes to do that?
Well, I mean, it's not. See what I'm saying?
No, I'm trying to understand.
Put a negative connotation on it.
You know what? I heard myself.
Negative See,
I heard.
That's what
I'm not
saying.
gonna lie. Okay, I heard
what
myself.
What does your audience have to say? Because oh my goodness.
Okay, I heard myself on that one, and here's the thing. I don't think that it's the issue is the yoga part. It's the aerial part, because it's like when you all over and you flopping around. Yeah,
you're dissecting it instead of saying, okay, I know it's aerial yoga. I know it's different. Let me just try it, not for the sake of me, but for the sake of my mate. Period. End of story.
You know
Why
what?
tear it
I'll
apart?
grant you that.
It could
I'll give
be
you that.
auto mechanic. It could be we're going to look at fucking birds. It could be whatever. Why not just do something with that person if that turns that person on? You know what I'm saying?
I do. Now, one thing Lorenzo said, Lorenzo said in the chat, she's in the wrong groups. 50 plus are more adventurous males. You know what? And I will say this. For the most part, women are more sexually adventurous than men. I will definitely say that. Because there's a certain, especially in our age range, there's a certain we have to carry a certain level of machismo, and if you've been carrying it for so long, it's kind of difficult to turn that off. And also the fear of judgment in the things that we do like, the things that do turn us on, are difficult to then open yourself up in order to accept new things.
Okay,
Now, the
hold
single
on.
one, she says,
Can I ask a question?
might be the wrong partner. Damn, I think that's definitely it. Sure, what's the question?
So you said fear of judgment.
Yes. That's why most people don't do kinks or whatever.
Really, you should just negate that whole statement after you said fear of judgment. Because if I'm doing something in the fear that somebody else is going to look at me in a certain way, that really doesn't have anything to do with me. That has to do with them. So why am I in fear of how someone would look at me?
No, I'm speaking
whatever I do.
No, your question was how can women pull men out of their shell? And that's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's the fear of judgment aspect of it is what makes it difficult. You see what I'm saying? So women are usually more sexually free-spirited, right? A woman would probably try something a bit more aggressively risque than a man would. Mm-hmm. Now, with a man, the kinks that most men have are usually more aggressive, whereas the kinks with a woman are more adventurous, usually. Lorenzo, help me out on this one. So, like, for instance, one of the comments that Lorenzo put in there, role play fetishes can bring out a more curious attitude in some men. And that's why when I say they're more aggressive, the kinks that quite a few men have usually involve bondage, sadism, rope play, which is bondage. It's a little bit more physical. Whereas with a woman, because y'all have all kinds of toys and, if it has a battery in it, damn it, y'all, it's there for y'all. So it's a little bit more, from the rose ones to the list goes on. In fact, Casey Carter, she was here earlier this year, and she brought out a toy that made this Gatorade bottle jealous. So there are a lot of things that women are more open to that men have to be kind of pulled along. And I will say this too, men are judgmental, can be very judgmental as well. It's like, oh, you done did that, or you start talking about body counts and stupid shit like that. So all of those things do play a part in it. The only thing I can suggest that is, first of all, do you know what your specific kinks are? What is it that you like?
I'm acts of service. Personally.
That's not a kink. That's a love language.
Well, but when you're doing
I don't.
For me, that could be both. Who says it can't be both?
The dude that wrote the book. Shit, Gary, what's his name? He said it. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm trying to understand you. Wait a minute. Whoa. Let's break this down. First of all,
I can tell you that I've given my mate a massage and it's turned me on. So how do you say that that's not an act of service?
It is an act of service. I'm sure he got served. I'm sure he got served. But what I'm saying is that a kink?
Really?
Yes.
But I'm saying that could be both.
Chat. Y'all help me out. Me out.
There's no way. Y'all
help me out. Is you giving someone if you giving someone a massage where you're rubbing them down and you got the oils and you're doing all of this stuff and you yaga.
No,
that's not a kink.
What?
That's not a kink.
Oh,
for instance, okay. That's not a kink.
Who are you to say it's not?
A person that knows kinks.
Maybe not in your eyes, but in my eyes, it absolutely is.
It's not a kink. Okay, for instance, I'll tell you what though. Hold on. All right. What Lorenzo's talking about, those are kinks. Thank you. Damn. I am the single one. Say yeah.
But I'm
She
not
came with
saying.
she came with a
it could be
definition,
all
and I
kind of stuff. I
appreciate
didn't
that.
say his hands was tied behind his back. I had his feet bound. He has candle wax. I mean, I get all of that. We don't have to go into literal terms. I
Yes,
get
we
all
do.
of that.
Yes. Okay.
He has a ball in his mouth. I mean, I get all of that.
First of all, was all that going on? Now we talking. I mean, allegedly. Now we talking. Now we're talking.
That's what I'm saying. It's just everything in that setting. I feel like in those, he's not doing anything, but that having it all there in that setting, that does it. That would do it for me. But I'm just one person. But I mean, it may not make sense in other people's, to the definition. But to me, who I am, that makes sense.
Okay.
I may have a little paddle. I may, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's.
That's kink.
I get it.
I may be dressed up. I didn't tell you all that. I may have on, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, it's the whole part. It could be role playing or anything like that. I get all that. I'm just saying doing the act, that kind of does it for me. But again, I'm just one person.
Okay, now I think I have a better understanding of I think I have a better understanding of what it is that you're saying.
Okay.
And what is the term where it's not a sub? That is your kink, being submissive.
Right. But I mean, but everybody is going to craft however it is, whatever works for them. None of us are going to fit into these broadband terms. I get it says kink, but it can be so intricate on what kink means for that person.
No. Yes and no.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying. However, at the end of the day, there's a difference between an act and a kink. In fact, let me put this up.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. On the screen. Shit, no.
With a happy ending, that's funny.
So I'll bring that up in a second when I can fix that audio. But basically a kink is, and okay. I am the single one. She says a kink is something that is somewhat taboo. And that I think is where, once you get into the area of taboo, or like she just said, unusual, then that's when it moves from the area of just being an act. Because putting on handcuffs, because we're feeling kinky. I guess there's a difference between kinky and an actual kink. So it's one thing for you to say, okay, hey, tonight we're going to get all the oils and chips, dips, chains, and whips. We're going to do all of that tonight. But that's not our kink. We did it for, we tried something new that was cool. It was fun. However, a kink is usually an unusual taste in sexual behavior. Okay, so a kink, and what Lorenzo said right there, can be taboo to some and be normal to others. So what you're saying is, it's one thing to say, "Ooh, okay, I'm gonna give him a sexy massage tonight, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that." Okay, that's cool. We were kinky that night. But there's a difference between you saying, "You know what? I like to serve, and I'm gonna put on, the maid's outfit, and my man, if he tells me to bark Arf arf. Bark like a big dog. Woof woof. That is more
No,
getting into
brunch
the
hunt,
kink area.
yeah. No, the brunch hunt adventures, yes. Dominatrix, definitely.
You're a dominatrix?
Absolutely.
There we
Not
go.
a submissive, no. Yeah, I mean, I can be submissive. I know how to be submissive without being told to be submissive. I know how to do that because I'm a great server, active server. I know how to be submissive. However, that's my time to be, yes, definitely.
See now, and see that goes back into what we were just saying. At the end of the day, your a kink can be categorized. Now, are there subcategories of that kink? All day, every day. But at the end of the day, there is a kink that is the top layer. Now, once you start digging in, that's when there is, you know, something different. Like Lorenzo said, you sound like a switch. Basically,
I am. I mean, he's right. We all are a switch. Like, who's walking around where I'm a dominatrix 24 hours a day?
But here's the thing.
Of course.
But you don't know. You don't know exactly but you can't
that's
say
the
who.
beauty of the program.
No. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Because I know you, right? Is a pastry chef the same as a pasta chef?
No, but chef is both in both of those statements.
Thank you. That's my point.
Yeah.
Just because well, I'm a chef, but once we start digging in, oh, you're a pastry chef as opposed to a pasta chef.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I totally get what you're saying.
So
and I still feel like you can be I get you can have a preference, but I can change that preference at any time. To me,
but at the very least, you need to. But at the very least, what would be helpful, and keep in mind that this goes back to your initial question, which is how can I help my partner get out of his shell? Again, if you just say, okay, let's chef it up tonight. All right, cool, man. I'm gonna put me. Your partner's thinking, oh, we're gonna chef it up tonight. Cool. I'm gonna get me some Parmesan, and then do I want white sauce or red sauce? Whereas you're thinking, what the hell is he talking about? I wanted to try and maybe make a crepe, and then then we're gonna add some fresh strawberries. Do you see the disconnect?
Maybe while he's licking my boot, something like that. No,
he's thinking he's about to go partake in pasta. You're thinking that you're gonna partake in pastry. Yes. How the hell did your boob get?
I said boot.
Your boot. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
My boot on my foot.
My bad. My mind went somewhere else. Freudian slip. Okay. All I'm saying is it's hard. I was going to do a kink show, but I got.
We'll save it for another time. I think you answered my question.
All I'm saying is this. Because kink is a multifaceted thing and everyone's kink is different. Mm-hmm. If you are able to fully establish and understand what you are, therefore what your boundaries are, what it is, the terms, because using the same analogy between a pastry chef and and a pasta chef, it requires different equipment. A pasta chef is not going to use the same accoutrement as a pastry chef.
You didn't use accoutrement.
I did, right? That shit sounded good too. Anyway, you might think I'm a writer, but anyway, the tools that now at the end of the day, are there tools that are going to be similar? Are there foundational tools? Of course, but the specialized equipment, the specialized palette, all of the things that go into you being able to appreciate one may not necessarily, because the tongue itself, there's certain parts of the tongue that may appreciate something sweet, whereas the other appreciates something savory. Mm-hmm. So until you establish what it is that you like, it's hard for you to then turn around and say, hey, partner, why don't you come on over here and enjoy this with me? If you're not able to necessarily get your own
maybe my
appetite satisfied.
I get it. I get what you're saying, but I went to I like food because I like variety. So maybe my one is a lot of different variety. Maybe that's just me. That's how I look at it through my. I get what you're saying. I should pick one and
No. I'm not saying pick one. I'm not saying to pick
really
one.
Understand it, but
right. But here's the thing. I'm not
it.
saying for you to pick one because how can I? There are times that I go to different. Hey, I saw you just jumped into the waiting room. Make sure your camera's connected and your audio's connected for me, and I'll bring you on. There are times where I search different online libraries, right? Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, those online libraries have a lot of the letter X in there in the title of the library. It's odd. So as I am perusing through this particular library, there are certain volumes that I choose from. However, there is no one day I may want to read a particular volume. There are other days I may have an appetite to read something else.
Right.
So it's not like I go to the library and go straight to that one book. Tonight it may be like, let's see what these three authors are writing about.
Right.
Another one, I may want to look at the back end of the book.
Right. Yeah.
So whatever the taste may be, it all depends on, it's not the same. However, at the end of the day, do I know the things, the quote unquote unusual things that I like? Yeah. Right. That's all I'm saying. Right. So yes, sir. And that goes back to what Lorenzo said. You sound like a switch. If you yourself do not know, and there are plenty of tests, online tests, and Lorenzo said this as well. Bring her on one time and we can do a BDSM.
You can be both. See, he's not a woman. He doesn't know what submissive means, or men are not submissive. So but I'm a woman and I know how to be submissive. I've been submissive. I hear you. I come from, thank God I was with my father as a Black woman my whole entire life. So when I say submissive, I understand what that means. When I understand, and when I say, dominatrix, or, I'm with someone and I'm basically controlling them, I know what that means also. So,
okay.
I think you can be both. To me, you can be both. If you say switch, we're all switchers. Everybody's a switch. No one's going to be one or the other. Everybody eats a little bit of everything. It's just how much do you like chocolate than strawberry? How much more do you like vanilla? I like vanilla, but I really like the Madagascar vanilla. Are you
a classically trained chef?
So I'm just saying.
Are you a classically trained chef?
Absolutely. I went to Le Cordon Bleu.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, are there plenty of people that can cook?
Absolutely.
So all I'm saying is that.
Do you have to have gone to culinary school? No, you didn't.
No. However, there are some. I tell you what, this conversation is going to go into weeds. We're going to have. I'm.
Exactly.
You know what?
You answered it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll let the next caller get on.
All right, we're gonna talk though. Thank you, man.
Bye.
All right. What up, sir? Well, you look real comfortable, my man.
Yeah, you got to be comfortable, bro.
Hey, do you want your camera on or off, bro?
It don't matter to me. I'm a player.
I fucks with you, boy. I fucks with you. I swear I do. Okay. All right. Welcome to the show tonight. The conversation is trick or treat. Talk to me. Even though we yes, you do. She probably can throw down in the kitchen. I'm so late. Yes, you are late, but thank you for joining the conversation. So talk to me, my man. We were talking about trick or treat, and what we're talking about is representatives and the fact that people basically put on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are they really who they are, or are they using be it surgery, be it weave, nails, all that stuff in order to make up for their insecurities. What you got for that, my man?
Well, I said earlier, I don't know, I guess you didn't see it in the chat, but I told you before, I mean, social media has created a type, and it's a blueprint that I feel a lot of women, I think a lot of times women are in competition with other women and in competition with themselves. So they know what we're looking at. So when they do see what it is that we pay attention to, sometimes for their own personal beliefs, they like to dress or, you know, dazzle themselves up a certain way based off what they think we want to see. But a lot of times we don't give a damn. I
True.
mean, we really just we want a nice woman. We want someone that can be dolled up, here and there. But a lot of the things that they do now, I think, is for validation from other women. We don't care about all these fan blade eyebrows and eyelashes and shit. And you know, you like a woman to look nice when it's time to go out, but at the same time, I think
Whoa,
a
whoa,
lot
whoa,
of
whoa,
women,
whoa, 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 whoa. Did you call them fan blades?
yeah, that's what I call them. Motherfucker got church hangers on their eyes and shit. So, but
Oh
you know
shit.
what I
Okay,
mean.
go ahead.
But it just, I mean, it's a whole bunch of aesthetic, man, that's really unnecessary. But I think it's for validation from other women because I think they do that to impress or to kind of like feel like they quote unquote a bad bitch when a lot of time guys don't really even care
Oh
for
man, when I tell you the term bad bitch gets on my nerves, when I hear
that.
women, that to me, boy, when I hear a woman say, I'm a bad bitch or I'm a boss bitch or I'm just a boss, I'm sorry. I instantly like, yeah. Or a woman says that men are intimidated by her. Oh no, I can't do that. No, God no. No.
Yeah, I
No.
mean,
That
don't
that
get me
instantly is a red flag for me. I'm sorry. It's just
don't don't get me wrong. I mean, like y'all was talking about trick or treat. It's just like, for example,
sure.
when we were talking about well, we're talking about what we saying right now. It's almost like a treat and you being tricked at the same time. Because when you see somebody that's got on all the makeup and they dolled up all the time, you don't necessarily know what you're getting when you get home and they take all that shit off.
Yeah, you got to
So
take them in the pool before, take them
yeah, I
swimming.
mean, periodically men just want to see a woman that's in her normal state because if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. I feel like all of the other stuff that
We're
they
going to
put
talk
on
about that.
are they are enhancements, but I don't feel like you have to do it every day. These women do this shit every day. You go into the store to get gas, they putting eyelashes on. You like
Yes.
that shit is unnecessary. Cause at the end of the day, if I gotta lay down with my woman and I gotta wait 30 or 40 minutes for her to take all this shit off, I done went to sleep.
Yeah, long day at work.
And man, you like, man, damn all that shit, man. Look,
Yeah.
you know, cause really, truth be told, a woman can have on a t-shirt and we ready to fucking go.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm
What's the name
saying?
of Dina Howard back in the day? T-shirt and the
Yeah,
panties
I mean,
on. Let's ride.
yeah, but
Yes, sir.
I get it, but just to my point, man, a lot of the social media I think has created this like avatar of what a woman should look like. And a lot of women are following that blueprint. And when I was coming up, I like all different sizes of women in their own way. You had
I don't know what just happened.
it
The audio
it
started
was
acting
almost
up.
it was almost rare for you to see thick girls. You might have a couple in your school that everybody had their eyes on, but now everywhere you look, it seems like all the women are looking the same.
They look the same.
So
Okay.
it's like it takes a lot of the imagination away. Um, you know, I like for example, if anybody who used to go to a strip club or do go to a strip club or even watch Players Club, when you saw Diamond come on the stage, you had an opportunity to imagine what she may look like, or when she takes her clothes off, you had the idea. I wonder what she may look like down there. But nowadays, shit, the women they expose so much, you really don't have shit to look forward to. You got tattoos everywhere, they have got everything hanging out, this, that, and the third. So all the little taboo and stuff that you would normally fantasize about, the fantasy is gone
Yes.
because it's already shown.
You know what?
So
Oh, I. Oh man. Okay, I got the text, and I am. Yeah, you might want to take care of that. But a lot of men, most men, in fact, we want our imagination engaged because
right.
that's what drives us. But when it's all out there, when it's bust wide open, front and center, we can see it all. It takes away from. It takes away from everything.
It does.
So I definitely agree with you, man. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, because if you on a date, right, and you got a girl, you of course you see her curves, you see her figure, whatever. And even if you have a hint that you may go to that next level later on, that anticipation of wondering, like, damn, I wonder is she shaved down there? Does she have stretch marks? Or what does her breast look like? I mean, those are the things that really get men excited because we don't know what we're gonna see. And I'm pretty sure women have that same thing in certain aspects too. They don't know what they're getting, So but when everything is already out there and exposed, you kind of like lose that factor of fantasy, you
Yes,
know.
and that
And
that plays a big part in that. That plays a big part in that, man.
but what the trick part that comes in is like you said, you know what you're getting when you're looking at it in your face, but when they got all this extra shit on all the time,
Happy birthday, Miss Jackson. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
yeah, you definitely don't know what you're gonna get when you get home. Cause now, and women deal with it too, like y'all said, the hatfish and all that. I'm a barber, so I know how these guys tricking these women now with their goddamn fake hair. So
Yeah.
I mean it is what it is. But yeah, man, you sometimes you don't know what you're getting, man. You have a woman with a whole pound of makeup on, she look like Cinderella. You get home, this
Yeah, she looked
motherfucker
like the
look like
Wicked Witch of the West.
this motherfucker look like Rumpelstiltskin. You don't know who the hell you don't know who you get.
No doubt.
So,
Hey,
but
man.
that's pretty. Go ahead.
No, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just.
But that's just pretty much, man. Just the whole thing of what's going on nowadays. I think a lot of that ties into insecurity because if a woman is confident in herself, she will be in love with herself and what God has given her.
Yes, sir.
But now they got so much competition now. We never did see this many pretty women ever in our lifetime. And like my boy Boosie said, social media done fucked it up because shit, back in the day, all your woman had to worry about, or all you had to worry about was your woman looking at you and maybe a couple of her coworkers.
Yeah.
But now she got 1,000 motherfucking
Thousands
dudes
of
to look
friends,
at
thousands of followers. Yep.
that she can see that she
Yep.
probably would have never seen before. So now when people thought that, okay, this is what I'm interested in or this is what I like, they really don't know because they weren't exposed to it.
True.
You know how many badass white women we have nowadays. When I was growing up, white girls didn't have no ass. Now some of these white girl ass bigger than black girls. So now it
Surgery
sways
has
your
leveled the
head.
playing field.
Yeah, it does because it was like
Yeah.
shit. I wasn't even looking at a white girl because I already knew she was gonna be straight up and down like an ironing board. But now, shit, they working with something. So it's like Now you got dudes, they heads on the swivel now, cause shit, you
Yeah.
like, God damn, I ain't got to worry about her having no perm or her hair being nappy. She got straight hair and ass. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
But everybody mixed nowadays. You got all these different mixed breeds. You got you
Damn,
got
not
so
mixed
many.
breed, sir.
That's what I call them, because I mean it's true. Everybody, it's a lot of interracial dating going on. So the product is, this is mixed up,
Yeah.
and so some people don't know what kind of choices or what they really interested in because they haven't seen this much variety before.
I agree with you, man. Hey, I appreciate you jumping on, bro. Man, you said a few things. I'm gonna talk about them once you jump on, but I appreciate you, man. Thank
All
you,
right,
bro. Yes,
for
sir.
sure.
No doubt. You said a couple of things that he said that I want to dig into, but before we before I do that, I do want to go back to something that I am the single one said. If I can get this down. Oh, not that. That one. Doesn't the trend or practice of men giving ratings to women contribute to this? Ma'am, men have always given ratings to women. That is something that we have always done. Always, always, always. If a man sees a woman, we instantly give her a rating. Now, is it a numerical rating, meaning on a scale of 1 to 10, she's a 5, she's a 10? Where do you think the term dime came from? That's a 10, meaning she's perfect. That's a rating. Men have always done this. I think that the issue now is that women are taking issue to the rating. But men have always given ratings. And also, women have always rated men. Yeah, ironing board. I mean, there's some... Remember, I was talking about that on my review. I don't know if y'all saw it, but on my last review, men like a certain foundation, miscreated. But anyway, let me talk about this real quick. Men have always rated women. Now, it could be on a numerical scale, meaning 1 to 10, and if she's a dime, she's a 10. Or she's a 1, so she looks like a booger wolf, aka an aesthetically challenged woman. Or women have said, or men have rated women on, is she wifey or is she for the streets? That has always been how it's been. So men have always rated women. When we see a woman, we like, okay, would I like to get to know her biblically or would I like to get to know her? That instantly enters a man's mind. From a woman's perspective, because women have always rated men. By you asking a man, so what line of work are you in? If you're on a date or, if you have an interest in a man, you're going to ask him, hey, what kind of work are you in? What line of work are you in? Because what that is doing is that's building in your mind, okay, if he says that he is a truck driver, then I know that he's making, depending on what kind, whether he's an owner operator, over the road, whatever, you get an idea as to what his earning potential could be. And the longevity of him earning that money, because a truck driver is going to be able to work pretty much damn near whatever the conditions are. As long as there's a road, he can make money. However, if you have someone that's working shoveling snow, then you know damn well that during the summer months, he's not making any money. So once you start when you ask certain questions, that lets you know where that person rates, where that person ranks. Now, the difference is, and that goes back to what Quavis just said, or Brunch Hunch, I should say, excuse me, is this. A man can look at you and see what your quote unquote rating / ranking is. With a woman, you have to see how he ranks. And that's the difference, in that a man can look at you and see, okay, she got the eyelashes, she got all this, she got all that. There's a lot of insecurity right there. That's not necessarily wifey. Or let me get to know her. For my ready to love people, let's go all the way back, way back in time. Do y'all remember I want to say it may have been the first season the very first season, there was a young lady on the show, and she wore hell a lot of makeup. And I want to say she may have been a PhD. She was a very intelligent woman. Great body, if I recall. However, the amount of makeup that she had on her face turned a lot of the men off, to the point that she was upset with some of the men, because she was like, y'all, nobody wants to approach me. And I want to say one of the men went up to her and was like, hey, you cool and all, but that's a lot of damn makeup. And because of that, a lot of the men don't really want to approach you because that's a lot of damn makeup. So men rate you and rank you because we see you. And if what we see isn't necessarily what it is we want, then yeah, we rank you. And women rank men as well. The difference is men will rank you based on how we look, because at the end of the day, the bottom line is, do I want to fornicate with you? That's it. And 1A, yes, I want to fornicate with you. How long a period of time do I want to fornicate with you? Do I want to fornicate with you for a lifetime, or do I want to fornicate with you for a night? That's a ranking. Women, do I want to be with you for a lifetime, meaning you're going to be a provider, a protector, and all of those things that it takes men time to build, time to establish? Or do I just want to be with you for a night because your physical package, aka your chocolate bar, works? Let's commence. But you are not long-term material because you don't have a job. You basically a scrub, you all of those things. Or on the flip side, I am so independently wealthy, so independently put together that you don't measure up to what I think it is that I need in my life. So therefore, I've ranked you. You don't rank up. So therefore, no, thank you. Everyone ranks. It's not a new trend. It's not a new practice. It's always been that way. Let's go back to, now let me go back to what it was that you said, brunch hunch, that kind of, you said competition. Men are competing. Men are competing. Oh, excuse me, women are competing. There's more competition. Oh shit. But it's not competition for men or for people. The competition is for attention. And that's why I think a lot of women do so many things, because men don't give a damn about long eyelashes. Men don't give a damn about weave. Men don't give a damn about BBLs and none of that stuff. We honestly don't care. Ain't no man that I know ever like, damn, I sure wish your ass was the size of a VW bug. No dude ever said that. At the end of the day, the question is, do we want to fornicate? And I promise you that there have been a lot of flat-booted women. There have been a lot of big-booted women. There have been a lot of in-between booted women. Is there an in-between booty? I guess that like a lowercase c as opposed to a uppercase. I don't know. Anyway, all I'm saying is that men like what we like. And I think a lot of women have gotten it confused and think that men want to marry someone because the donkey is dragging. No. What men really want is a woman that is nice, a woman that's feminine, and a woman that is, I don't use the S word because then we're going to get into another conversation. I just think that the competition for attention has superseded the competition for relationship. That's what I'm saying. Sir, thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for joining the conversation. I wish I could remember her. Dr. Lacey or something like, I cannot remember what the hell that lady's name was. Everyone wants to do a one hitter. You know what? I don't think so. I think that people really and truly do want love. People really and truly do want to be in happy, fulfilling relationships. The problem is that's easier said than done because our society has gotten to be more superficial. We don't know what it takes to have a real, true, healthy relationship. And when you're starving, anything looks like a steak. When you're thirsty, just because it's wet doesn't mean you should be drinking it. Doesn't mean you should be drinking it. All right? Well, I'll tell you what. Man, that right there, nice women are hot. A couple weeks ago, about a month at this point. Yeah, the donkey is a plus. I ain't gonna lie. The donkey is a plus. A couple weeks ago, I was on a panel with two very gracious women, and we had a discussion about, do men, specifically heterosexual men, like women? And the answer that I gave from the male perspective is that no, we don't like women nowadays, because women nowadays are unlikable, because women nowadays are damn near, their chocolate bar is damn near big or bigger than mine. And it's like, if I wanted to be with someone with a chocolate bar, I'd go be with a dude. But if the woman that I am interested in, yes, she's nice on the inside, but if she is carrying herself like a dude and is an unnice person, there's nothing unattractive about that. There's nothing attractive about that, excuse me. So that is part of the issue. Nice women are hot, but they're also in short supply. Now, something that Brunchon said earlier when he was on the chat is this. The reason why you see more mixed race or interracial situations is because we live in a very interconnected society. So whereas before you wouldn't necessarily see, be able to interact with, a black man and a white woman unless they're in the same community. But now you got dudes that are traveling to Thailand. Shit, think about going. You got Brazil. You've got Dominican Republic. Men can travel the world. And what a lot of women, they call them the passport bros, right? What a lot of women think that these dudes are going over there on some sexual caravans, but in reality, they're not. These dudes aren't going across the world to get some chocolate, a chocolate cup. They're not going there for that. What they're going there is to look for feminine, attentive women. Am I a passport bro? I'll say yes. And here's the reason why. I was not born in America. So therefore, even though I came to America when I was young, my mother, my grandmother, and all of the women around me move different than American women do. So the culture that I have seen is different than American culture. So am I a passport bro? In that respect, the answer is yes, because I've seen a feminine woman. I have seen a submissive woman. Don't get me wrong. My dad was a piece of work. Earlier I referenced the fact that and he's passed away. Love that dude. You don't know. What? Talk to me. What do you mean you don't know? Help me out. I'm from Jamaica, by the way. Think about it. I'm Jamaican. I'm Aries. I'm chocolate. You can't tell me shit. Like I said, if he had made me my father or my brother's height, where both of them were 6'2" and 6'3", man. And if I still had my accent, Lord, I must have known. Jesus. Anyway, all I'm saying is, the culture that I've seen, watching how my mother moved, My father was a piece of work. He was a very intelligent man. Very intelligent. However, like I said, this dude is 6'3". Imagine a 6'3", charismatic, intelligent man. And I grew up, we moved from Jamaica to, of all places, Albany, Georgia. Albany, Georgia, see this thing right here? It's a little bit smaller than that. So you have this dude in that town. It was crazy for him, right? I look at it and laugh now. When I tell you I love my dad, I do miss him at times, but the things that he did, the things that my mother did, I saw all of that. And therefore I saw a woman move a certain way. I saw a man move a certain way. So the cultural aspect that I saw within my home, and now that I am an adult and I see certain things, there's certain things that I look for that I can't necessarily find. I did read dictionaries, yes. So that's why I believe that I would fall into the category of being a passport bro. Now, would I travel overseas to meet a woman? Yeah, sure, why not? Should I have to? No. And I think that that's part of the problem. And that goes back to what goes back to the statement that I am the single one made, which is, ranking of men, ranking of women, that kind of thing. So let's see. A couple questions. Submissive women, man. A while back I did the show on submissive women and on just submission period, right? And at the end of the day, people always quote half of the scripture, right? A woman should be submissive to, her husband. But the other aspect of it, that the man should submit to his wife, just like he submits to God, right? So being submissive goes both ways, right? What I said on that show when it comes to submission is that men usually have learned how to be submissive because we have had to operate within certain hierarchical structures, going all the way to pee-wee football, to sports, to the military, to a job. We understand what it means for there to be a leader and for you to follow the leader. And we also understand that dynamic shifts. The person that's leading this group doesn't necessarily lead this group. However, all the men know that dude knows what the hell he's talking about. We're going to follow him. He could be the alpha of alpha, but he knows that dude right there knows how to fly the plane. Just because he's not a macho man, he's a freaking pilot. I'm going to sit my ass in the seat. I'm not going to tell him how to fly the plane. But on the flip side, the pilot doesn't know how to play basketball. So he's going to fall back and follow somebody else. Men understand intrinsically what it means to submit. We understand leadership. And we understand that you submitting to someone's leadership is not, or someone's authority, as it were, is not necessarily a bad thing. I think that once we get that particular dynamic back in balance, I think that dating as a whole, marriage in general, I think would be better. First of all, what you know about the good life city? And it is country as hell, though. It really is. Go for what you want. Like, I agree. Now, would you, Miss Creative, would you travel? I don't know what your relationship situation is, but would you travel outside of your region, your state, your city, your country in order to pursue a relationship? I know we kind of off topic a little bit, but it's kind of, we got into a little free for all right now. Also, let me drop this link back in here because I do want to hear what y'all have to say. That's the Zoom link. Y'all, please make sure that your camera is connected. Definitely make sure your audio is connected because I really want to hear what y'all got to say. There we go. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Why is this damn thing not working? There we go. Well, you can be a proud American and travel to another country and meet somebody. Let me ask y'all this. Put a 1 in the chat. Everybody that's in the chat right now. Put a 1 if you have ever went overseas. And by overseas, I'm not talking about Mexico. Tulum, Cancun, what's the other one? Cozumel, Ensenada, Baja. That don't count. Mexico don't count. Put a 1 in the chat if you have actually went overseas. Meaning you've went to another country. I'll even give you Jamaica. Not talking about a cruise. Yeah, long distance relationships are terrible. I am not a fan of long distance relationships. However, your boy does have them sky miles. Let me stop. I will travel. As long as she's in my time zone, we can work it out. Let me stop. Oh my goodness. So who all? Let me see right here. I should leave that for other people. Not out the country. So let's see what we got. Yeah, long distance relationships are the absolute worst. I am the single one. Where have you been? Lorenzo, where have you been? Cheryl, where have you been? Larry, you said nope. I would love to travel to a different country. I agree with you, Miss Creative. Where have you been? I mean, what is stopping you, I guess is the best way to put it. What do you know about them sky miles? Delta all day. What are you talking about? Yes, ma'am. Shoot. Get that what do they call it? That biscotti cookie. Shit, man. Plug in your headphones and just watch a movie. Oh, that's the way to go. Hell, I can do Spirit. I just love to fly. Okay. Anyway, the reason why you asked the question as far as I think culturally, a lot of Americans have not really been exposed to other cultures. I'll never forget. I went on a. Yeah, no. We just happened to be there. It was my dad, my brother. Excuse me, my dad, my son, and myself. We were in Jamaica, and we were on a cruise, and a cruise ship had docked. We were just there. We had flown in, and a cruise ship had docked. So we were at this jerk chicken restaurant place that was over there. So while we were over there, them people came off the cruise ship, and we were walking in the restaurant at the same time. So we ordered something to eat, and while we're waiting on the food to get ready, we overheard people on the cruise ship making their orders. These people came from wherever the hell they may have been American, they may have been European, I don't know. But they were in a whole nother culture, whole nother country. And Jamaica's known for its jerk chicken, ackee and sawfish, and the brown stew chicken, and all of the stuff that Jamaica is known for. These people ordered pizza and French fries, hamburgers and French fries. And I'm thinking to myself, you could have had that bullshit on the boat. You could have had that bullshit back home in the U.S. You're here in another culture, in another country. Try the food there. And if you don't like it, cool. But if you don't get yourself in and expand a different culture, then you won't be able to appreciate just how big this world is. That is my only issue when it comes to traveling. I'm just saying. What do you say? You love to fly or die, Spirit. Yeah, man. But shit, man, I used to be back and forth on Spirit Dallas all day. That was my spot. Actually, the cultures are not converging. I think that what you're seeing is a balkanization where people just like, yo, I'm not allowing anybody else to come in. It's like speak American, that kind of thing. That's gonna be a tough one, y'all. But I don't want to get into politics. That's gonna be something different. I really, once you allow cultures to come in, you're able to see how different people move, and then you're able to adapt, you're able to grow, and then as a whole, you're able to see it. But right now, because we see the things they are, people are fighting that, and that's why you have the passport bros. They want something different. They want something better. I am the single one. Where have you been? Lorenzo, where have you been, sir? And what time is it? Yo, it's 9 o'clock. I'm about to wrap this thing up. Yo, your boy's just running his mouth. I am having a ball with y'all. Let us get this thing wrapped the hell up. I'm broke, Christopher. That's why I haven't traveled out of the USA. How can I say this? How can I say this nicely? How can I say this nicely? That's bullshit. Cut it out. Stop it. Stop it. If you want to do it, you can do it. You can travel. Shit. You can. I know it's not. You can go to DR. It costs more to fly to California than it does to fly to an international country. The only thing you got to do is get your passport. It should be a 2-hour show. Easy for you to say, sir. I do like a 2-hour show though, because there's a lot we can talk about. Earlier I referenced the fact that I am one of the greatest. I am a member, a cohort of the greatest sign in the zodiac. That sign being an Aries. I understand that there's jealousy and hatred for us Aries, but that's usually how it is for the best. You have people at the top, and then you have the rabble below us. My moon sign, I don't know, full. I don't know what's the moon sign. Part of the rabble is Scorpio. So next week, the conversation is going to be about Scorpio season. So for all my people who are Scorpios, who have ever dated a Scorpio, who's ever been in a relationship with a Scorpio, maybe related to a Scorpio, I want y'all front and center. We're going to talk about all of the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to Scorpios and Scorpio season. So that's what we're going to talk about. Hey, Element, thank you, bro. You see how they start coming together? Yo, I appreciate that. So definitely want all of y'all we're going to talk about Scorpio season. Also, book number 3, Desperately Seeking Exclusivity. I am finally finished. I don't know if y'all can see this, but you see all those red marks and stuff in there? It was a lot of edits, a lot of things that had to do that. So we're going to be talking about next week. We're going to be talking about Scorpio season. Please, 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 if you haven't already done so, purchase my books and leave a review. I need to know what y'all think. Let me know what, Chris, tighten up on this. Let's do that. So with all that being said and done, make sure I haven't missed anything. Adults only. Okay. Y'all, I enjoy this. This has been a fun show. Y'all, I appreciate every last one of y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Y'all have a good one. See y'all next week. Oh, and for my Rated Love crew, yeah, I'm definitely going to be live tweeting during that show. I'm so ready for that reunion. Boy, I'm so ready for that reunion. Oh, man, I'm ready for that. Anyway, y'all have a good one. See y'all later. Stay determined.